better, isn't it? I need some
Hello,
writing.
and welcome to the F1 and Motorsport Show with your three top F1 fans. It is me, Hugh Hatrick, and Simon Jerry,
Hello.
and Roo. It's good to see you all. Now this is our third F1 and Motorsport podcast, and welcome to everyone who is watching, whether it be on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Kick. We are multi-streaming on all the platforms that we can get a hold of. So welcome along, and you can put your comments and questions to us all about, of course, the Vegas Grand Prix, which is going to be starting at 4 o'clock UK time this Sunday morning. I know I'll be getting up to watch it. I don't know if you two will be, but it's very early, isn't it? They keep changing the times. Similarly, the first year it was 8 o'clock, then it was 10 o'clock, and now they've made it is that about 12 o'clock or something, or whatever, US time. So it's quite different. But Ian has joined us. Good to see you, Ian. But I have something very special for you because I have managed to make a video. Despite my Streamlabs failing me, I made a video and I thought we could do a lap guide of the Vegas Grand Prix. So let me just quickly get that for you. And we can play it there. Here we are.
Hey, Darren. What's up, Darren?
Darren's in. Good to see you. So this is a lap, my best lap that I did on the game F1 25 of Vegas. So it's a sharp left and then it's a kind of tight right and it straightens out. And Roo and Simon, I'm sure you can guide us through with some commentary of this great lap.
Here's the Mickey Mouse corner. Look, and there's a straight bit. Here's another Mickey Mouse corner. And there's another Mickey Mouse corner. Oh, look. Oh, another Mickey Mouse corner. Was this designed by Hilman Tilke or something? I can't stand it. Let's just do my head in.
Nice.
Lots of straights though.
Remember about Monaco?
Here we come.
Do you remember when they used to do proper circuits? Remember?
Hey, look at that awful corner. That is awful, that one.
Yeah, if you get it wrong, you go straight into the wall.
Well, there's a pole. It's like, oh no, they might shortcut this, so we'll stick a pole in it.
It's a very, very long straight here. You're doing well over 200 mile an hour.
The fastest speed in any Grand Prix, I believe, was done by Albon last year. It was 369 kilometres an hour, which is 239 miles an hour. 229 miles an hour, sorry. 39. I worked it out earlier. Anyway, according to that that Australian fella. Kim Illman.
All right, yep. Aye.
He said. I believe him. Yeah.
So I'm now on the 20,000.
Less disruptive.
You've beaten your rival. Now. Well done.
I'm 20,000th in the world out of 120,000. But there you go. So it's an interesting lap of Vegas. That I mean, it has produced some quite good Grand Prix though over the last couple of years. There've been quite a lot of battles and things. So and of course it's going to be very important because this week it all could be won. Now Ian has said, to be honest, he hates the track. I think you're in union then with Roo and Simon. I don't actually mind it. I think because I've watched the last two, and I actually thought they were quite reasonable races. And kind of the glitz of, and I'll tell you one good point about this one is it's one of the cheapest Grand Prix you can get to in terms of for the tickets. It's actually very reasonable. There was a 3-day ticket for about $650, which is about 400 odd pounds, and that's for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is not bad. And if you want, you can. Sorry, you look like you're going to say something there.
No, I was just sighing.
And for $950, you can get a seat in the Lewis Hamilton spectator session. It's
There's a stadium now called the
Lewis
they actually
Hamilton
have the Lewis
Stadium.
Hamilton Stadium. Yeah, presumably you sit there and then the seats don't work properly for you. But you keep telling everybody you're a 7 times world champion, so the seats, it's not your fault. It's not because you've got a fat arse, it's because the seats are wrong.
But similarly, you do get merchandise as well along with it. But,
the price of them. He was in a shop and he had what did he have? He was in Danny Rick's pop-up shop.
Oh yes, yeah, that's right.
It was like $260 for a jacket. $70 for
a minute.
Well, actually, I'd rather buy Danny LaRue merch because at least he was, talented.
Yeah.
Once. I always remember that film he did where they end up singing Hitler has only got one ball. That's a very long time ago. It was kind of like a war film.
I've been watching that program, DNA.
See, I can do a Grand Prix here. I can do a Grand Prix, and
it's flooded anyway, so they've got to use boats, right? They can't use cars.
Oh, so the drains will be popping up anyway without the cars hitting it then?
Yeah. No, it was like that. I think they had a year's worth of their normal rain in an hour or something, and they went to this hotel, and the bottom of the hotel was just a river. That's actually quite good. It's almost like it'd been designed to go that way and then over this thing and down. It looked like a nice waterfall. It was quite cool, I thought. But unfortunately, not so good for racing. Not in America, anyway, where they take the safety car out just so that they can use it, whether there's any reason to or not. And if there's any rain in America, they don't know how to make wet tyres anymore, do they, Pirelli? So who wants to drive in the rain anymore? We've not had some fantastic races over the years in the rain, have we? He says. That was sarcasm, by the way, internet. Sarcasm.
Sarcasm. That's Australia.
I put it on. Oh, it's gone in. Hang on a minute. It's gone in. I selected.
Even whatever it is you selected.
It's not working, is it?
Even that wants to stay away from Vegas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please.
There we go. Now, I don't know what happened there because I actually selected the Las Vegas Grand Prix, but it gave me Albert Park. They won't let them use the full wets, though. FA are really... Yes, now there's a big issue with the tyres as well. That was a big announcement. They're not going to be allowed... Oh, no, that's for Qatar. Sorry, that's the next race in Qatar.
Oh, they're doing the thing where they're trying to fix even more things.
They can only use 25 laps. Neil's in. Good to see you.
That's telling them when they got to change the tyres.
Yeah.
You are kidding me. Oh, FOM. You are screwing this up. I mean, what's that one? How to pull a failure out of a guaranteed success? I mean, just fantastic, mate. You're doing a great job. Yes. Liberty Media, you're at liberty to stop thinking now because you just can't do it. You can't do it.
Right, I'm Lance Stroll at Vegas. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, dear.
Dad, this car's, he's quicker than me and he's old.
So, I don't know how long it's going to be, but we can, now that my screen is available, what could happen?
So Darren
give us an idea.
Darren said they won't let them use the full wets, though. The FIA are ruining the fun. Yeah. All of it's just...
Yeah, I know.
You can only use 25 laps. I mean...
for Qatar,
do you remember when he used
Max,
to be
good to see you, Max.
impressed with strategy? You remember, like, Ross Brawn used to do strategy? And it was amazing. And, like Schumacher winning by serving his penalty because his pit box was after the start-finish.
I was there.
You were there for that one.
We were like, what's going on? No one knew what the hell was going on. And when he eventually came out and was going around waving at everyone, he thought, oh, has he won the race?
It's quite a thing, isn't it? It is quite funny. Aye. So it's kind of, I do get annoyed at the fact that, they obviously can't make a tyre that's long enough. So this is what their issue with Qatar must be, that it's the abrasive tarmac or something, isn't it? That's kind of eating through the tyre.
Neil and a Max.
Yes, it's good to see you both. Max and Neil are long-time subscribers, which is great. Should we have a go? Should I start this race and see what happens?
When they talk to Pirelli about all this, they keep saying, and I don't like to be fair, but we'll try. They say they were asked to make tyres that behave the way they do. They were asked, in other words, to fiddle it so that you got to change tyres. They've been trying to. What's the word I'm looking for? Fix the races. Have fake action for years now. And it's all Bernie's fault because he refused. He basically peed off. Was it Michelin? He peed him off, didn't he? He said some stuff about him and they went, all right, then bye. And they went, oh, damn, no tyre war anymore. And Bridgestone said, well, if
you need a tyre war. You always need a tyre war, don't you?
Yeah.
And then Bridgestone said, well, if we're not got any kind of competition here, we're not going to spend the money on it. Bye. And Bernie was like going, well, I'll buy Avon tyres and they can be the tyre manufacturer. So, you want an even bigger monopoly? Oh, okay. You billionaire. Fair enough. He can sniff a deal, can't he, that guy? You've got to admire it. You really have. But and then along came Pirelli. God knows what they did. Presumably, they had somebody in the mafia saying, "You better not come here. We want the Ferrari to win." That's my Indian accent.
Look how that turned out.
Yeah, I know,
exactly.
I know. Do you think though? I mean, I know they both had the Ferrari had crash issues in Brazil, and that really destroyed their race and any chances at all. But they have been getting a bit quicker, and I just wonder whether they could maybe do. They've been getting a little bit better over the last few races.
You're clutching at straws there, Hugh. Clutching at very thin straws. Yeah.
You see that meme? You sure? Are you sure about that?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I'm always an optimist. I'm an optimist.
Okay, everybody, call an ambulance. He needs his little straight jacket and a nice padded cell. I think not.
Oh, that always makes me think of Herbert Lom in Pink Panther. Inspector Dreyfus at the end of Returns when he in the Pink Panther comes in there.
Oh my
Kill
God,
Clouseau.
he was so good in that role, wasn't he?
He was brilliant in that. Brilliant.
Yeah. No, it's quite a thing. Can you see my screen quite well?
And the Minky is in charge of the FIA.
you
can see the screen, Hugh. Yeah, looks good.
Yep. So will I start a little race? I don't even know how long this is going to be, but we'll try this race and see what happens, eh? So I'm Lance Stroll at Vegas.
And Lance Stroll's into the barrier already, and he's been able to select first gear. And we're away.
Here we go.
Daddy!
This is one hell of a good start from Lance Stroll.
Blonde jokes. How many blondes does it take to change a light bulb? 3. 1 to hold the Pepsi, 1 to hold the bulb, and 1 to shout, Daddy! Oh, well, there's the one where you say, only needs 1 to hold the bulb while the world revolves around it. Now they can do it with Lance Stroll. How many Lance Strolls does it take to win a Grand Prix?
He hasn't crashed out yet.
Silly.
And that's a McLaren just ahead of him. He's gone past.
Ian agrees with us, Simon. Good on you, Ian. The young man knows what he's talking about. Careful, you might be able to get past. Oh, no, you can't, because the cars are as wide as the largest tank ever built and just as manoeuvrable. They weigh about the same too, don't they, with all the batteries?
Chieftain tanks.
Underpowered.
That wonderful.
That's
corner.
next year's. Next year's is going to be the Chieftain. But it's.
I sat in one of them at a museum not far away.
Oh, there's one down there. As a kid, I went to Bovington with school. We had like a week in Swanage.
Yeah, the big main place.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Wheel-to-wheel stuff.
No,
they're almost
10-second
touching.
penalty. 10-second penalty because
for racing. Not allowed to race.
Steward said so.
And that was 3 abreast here.
Double overtake.
You're doing DRS? Is it DRS?
Shouldn't be on the first lap. Not allowed.
9 teams.
Purple sector.
Because Lance got through the field to Norwich Tank Museum. Yes, I came up and I patted little Willie on his head.
Yeah, Norfolk Tank Museum, just south of Norwich. Yeah, they got the
original.
They got that World War I tank there that Guy Martin helped restore.
Oh, right. I must have missed that one. I saw him do a few other stuff. I've not seen. Oh, you can't do that, mate.
Oh, pinched in
there. Who are you, Piastri? Your front wheel wasn't alongside his wing mirror, and you didn't send him a text saying you wanted to get past.
Get your elbows out, Hat-Trick. Come on.
His elbows wouldn't stick out that far. Big tongue.
I'm saving some fuel.
Oh, he's lifting and coasting.
You're not allowed to do it anymore. You're only allowed to do 25 laps on the fuel. Oh, wait, no, that's something else. But they'll come up with that soon. pretend we are Liberty Media. Because we were talking last week, weren't we, Simon, about how it had Ross Brawn and the like in charge of a lot of technical stuff. But apparently these new sets of regulations weren't written by them. They were written by, as I said, people in offices.
Alrighty, Liberty Media. I need to go at that chap's his real big mustache.
Mustache. Hey man. Oh
No, there were rumours, by the way, that Malaysia is going to come back.
Yes, there were rumours. That's a great track, that is.
Probably a bad thing.
Track.
Yeah.
Best races I've ever seen. 2 or 4 wheels. Valentino Rossi and what's his bloody name? Another Italian. He was on a Ducati. Rossi was on the Yamaha M1, and the Ducati was so fast in the straight line. So you got those 2 long straights with a hairpin at the end, you know. And Rossi would overtake him in the way only Rossi could. He'd get past him and try and pull enough of a gap that he didn't just go boom, straight past him on the straight. And it came down to the very last corner, and they were like half a bike's length apart, and Rossi just won. Unbelievable. And then, of course, a few years later, the terrible Marco Simoncelli died. And I was watching that live as well. That was awful, watching that, just awful. Oh, and Ian says, Turkey is coming back. They need to get another one.
Well, we are coming into December.
Yeah.
This one should be called Chicken.
See, I'm stuck at 199 mile an hour.
You're not allowed to go any faster. Health and safety, mate. Walls are too close.
But the engines do sound a bit more singing. You know, they are a wee bit better than what they were.
Yeah,
that's why I quite like this game.
Better than Hoover's.
That is a
You know
game.
what? There is also big news on the F1 front for the game, because now they're not going to do an F1 2026. They're just going to do an update. So you'll probably pay to get an update, and it just means that you can get all the latest drivers.
Thing is, they'd be able to do the battery stuff if it was on a computer. They wouldn't have to worry about, it's going to run out of battery power. You just go, let's just type a different number in. There you go. I think that's the people that write the technical regulations learn everything on an online course from Coleg Menai in Bangor. They've got themselves a HNC in how to do gaming, and they think it's the same as this, like real racing, but it's not. Bless them.
You sounded a bit like Mick Jagger there. It's not.
Hold on. No, my gob's not that big. You got Mick Jagger, and who's the one? Liv Tyler's dad.
Steve Tyler.
Steve Tyler, yeah, that'll do. God, he looks awful as well, doesn't he? At least Mick Jagger's not had any, surgery, has he?
As far as we know.
Would you be able to tell? It's like... Sorry, Mick, I know you've been very successful, but I've never liked your music.
I think I might need to put the AI and make them a bit more difficult.
Make us more difficult, or the races?
Can you imagine that's what Lawrence Stroll and Lance Stroll have to put up with? He's like, right, we've spent billions on you now, lad. Why should we keep paying? He goes, look, I'm winning all the time on this simulator. Yeah, but we can't turn down the talent of everybody else on the real grid. All right, lad. Hey? Sorry.
Hugh Hattrick proving that this car is absolutely fine.
So, according to Max, they've confirmed that it's going to be this update thing, but it won't be as much as the full game. So
all right, yeah.
F1 2025 and a half. Is that what they're doing?
I think F1 2026, but it is literally a download.
They can count to 26, can they? Oh, that's good. It's nice to know.
So we're almost finished. It's going to be a spectacular finish.
Fireworks.
And it's Hugh Hattrick, who's faster than all the other cars apart from the ones in front of him.
Here he comes.
He's going over the line eventually.
Oh, no, it's Stroll.
Oh!
He got part there, mate.
He tried his best to crash it, and it still seems to be working.
Oh, that was for the audience. That was for the audience. That's it.
Did Lewis
Full of likes.
hand you up the rear end or something? Is that what happened?
Here we go. Good recovery, he says. Oh well.
Right. Did you pit with problems? I don't recall seeing that.
Driver of the day. Now that, I mean, when he gets driver of the day, you know it's been a horrendous day. It's been. You know how many drivers are dead, and then Lance Stroll was the driver of the day.
Lance Stroll there in the middle. Not Lance Stroll. What's his name? Lando. It's Lando Calrissian in the middle. Yeah, we know you're a Burke. Get out of the way. Go on.
And he's showing his skill. He's showing his skill there. That so there you go. There is Vegas, and look, there he's coming along.
All 4 foot of him.
The likelihood it's going to be that. What are the odds on that? What are the odds on that podium?
I know. It must be about 10,000 to 1 or more.
So
Well,
one thing that was pointed out, because they reckon that, Mercedes might be a little bit quicker on this track, and if little Kimmy, manages to get on the podium, he'll have a bottle of champagne, won't he? And if he drinks any of it, he can be arrested.
That's right. Yeah,
he's only 18 and it's 21 over there, isn't it? So.
Yeah. No, it's quite a thing. It's quite a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like Antonelli's picked up some pace recently, hasn't he? He's after a very lackluster mid part of the season, he seems to have gained some of it back.
Peter Windsor was saying that apparently he's very good at slow corners. He's exceptionally good at taking the slower corners. But when you get these full speed... Hello, Helen.
Hello, Helen.
Where are you? Oh, she's on that one. Okay. Hello, Helen. Yeah, the sort of the super fast ones, he was a bit chickeny. They hadn't grown enough yet to... but he's getting better at that now. So, as he showed in Brazil, because that's got very fast corners, hasn't it?
Yeah.
At the end of the lap, in the middle of the lap.
Aye.
It has.
No, it's no, it's an interesting one. I just think, I mean, the rookies have had a good run this year. When you think about like Mortadelo, and they're showing a bit of pace here and there. Antonelli's done quite well. It just shows you the difference in the cars, though, isn't it? If your car isn't that great, it's a real struggle to kind of get up the grid and do a good performance. It's real kind of come and go stuff.
Definitely, results have proved that cars are suited to certain tracks.
Yeah,
because one race are there, and another race they're completely nowhere. So, and it's not necessarily down to driver's talent; it's down to how the cars are suited.
Yeah, was it Brazil that Williams are rubbish at, and they've never been good? They've not been good for years, or something.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I
know. Melds into one long. Bring back Schumacher, bless him.
Yeah, poor chap.
At least he was fun in interviews. Imagine Schumacher standing in that pig pen. How do you feel about winning? Ein Moment. Schnell.
God, I never put Schumacher and fun in an interview in the same sentence.
Oh no, he was as funny as anything. It's just he was fed up with people, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He tried to do irony, but of course he's German, so no one noticed. And it went, in the year I lived in Germany, I discovered that the Germans definitely do have a sense of humour. It's just not like ours. They tried to do it like ours.
I think it was all right when Montoya was there, because there was a lot of needle, especially after that San Marino race. Oh yeah, of course he didn't see me. I was right alongside him, but yeah, you got to have eyes not to be able to see me.
Oh, what's that one? we were watching? It had Nige, Senna, and Berger. Of all the people that you know are going to say what they're like.
Yeah, the
Perfect
Portugal
podium.
Grand Prix press conference. Yeah.
And it's like Nige is like, yeah, it's all. Berger always. He was so funny. I loved Gert Berger, so Austrian. Oh yeah, him and Nicky Lauda, just brilliant. You got to love the Austrians for coming out with whatever they're like. They're brilliant. They are. Top Gear interview was good. Never liked the guy because of 94, but it seemed okay. Oh, do you mean when he was pretending to be the Stig, Max?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's the thing, isn't it? Anyway, I have got one here for you. Let's have a look. I'll show you exactly what I think would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we're looking at now.
Oh.
This was when Schumacher and Senna came together, and Senna wasn't happy at Schumacher's move.
There's old Berger.
Look at that sweater.
Oh, no, it's not Berger. Why can I hear myself?
E vorrei fare a questo punto un complimento alla nostra voce dai box per questo
And for those listening on the podcast, we're seeing an interview of Senna and Schumacher having a discussion when Schumacher came and crashed into him at the French Grand Prix back in 1993, I think it was, or 92.
92.
There's Alesi's. I'll show you the start of it was quite good.
Quite 10 laps.
I know.
Corner where no chance was to somebody else can overtake me.
So here.
And I'm really upset about that. I think it is not really necessary for a 3-time world champion to do something like this.
It all ended on lap 17 when Senna was terminally stopped by electrical problems, retiring from his second race in a row.
And here we are. This is the French Grand Prix.
Oh, Manicourt!
First, Schumacher hit Senna, eliminating him on the spot. And then Gachot, Wendlinger and Gugelmin all crashed into one another, adding to the confusion. Here is how Schumacher saw his crash with Senna.
And he was quite far away, certainly.
Isn't this the Senna that says if there's a gap, you should go for it? Just saying.
Yeah, it's quite funny, isn't it? It's how it all worked out. But yeah, no, that was the one that was there, so it's kind of quite an interesting one. That, but yeah, Schumacher's an interesting chap, though, isn't it? That how it all kind of worked, and it was quite a thing. That yeah, there we go. I think we watched that one last week about Senna being calling Prost a coward.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, echo.
That's quite a good one. Here's the thing for winning at Monza. Look at that. Parting the crowds.
Close.
That's mad, isn't it?
Tougher cup.
So yeah, it's quite a
Odyssey rally. Yes. 205 T16. What a car!
I was watching that earlier today, actually. It was an amazing thing. That was 1985. I was watching one from. I was showing it to my son, and just showing what the cars were like. And the Lancia was incredible. It had a supercharger and a turbocharger.
1.8 litre.
Yeah.
Complicated majiggies. Yes.
Yes, I know,
indeed.
It's quite a thing.
So, for people who care about these kind of things, they're both actually superchargers, but one was mechanical and one was operated by a turbine. Because a supercharger isn't a mechanical thing. A supercharger is something that puts an increased charge of air and fuel into the piston. So if the piston cylinder's like 1 litre and you're forcing 2 litres worth in, that is a supercharge. They're both superchargers. But people are like, oh, no, it's a turbo. What are you talking about? Oh, dear. Yeah. Okay, shut up. These days, what they do, and it's one of the clever things I think they do with like electrical stuff when they have a mild hybrid. So it's a small, big battery.
Yeah.
They do it on the current Land Rover Discos and not Discos. What are they?
The Discovery S or the Range Rovers?
No, the new one that's meant to be the old Land Rover. What's the name of it?
Discovery
Like
Sport.
the original Land Rover.
Oh, the Defender, the new Defender.
Defender, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, £500 million worth of 4x4 for farmers. Of course it is. Agricultural. Anyway, that's got a straight six, and whether it's a turbo, it's the diesel or the petrol, and it has two turbochargers. It's got a small one and a big one. The small one has a little motor on it as well to spin it up, taking away lag, which is what they do in the F1 cars, but they're taking that away because apparently that's too complicated. It's only complicated because the rules insist that both ends of the turbo, the impeller and the compressor, have to be connected physically. Why? Because someone in an office said so. So disconnect them and make them electric superchargers and an electric generator, and you don't have to have all this complicated valving and control systems. You just have one thing that spins that end and one thing that takes power off that end. But no. What they do is they're making them completely redesign the engine because they can't read, presumably, or they didn't learn that in their HNC in Coleg Menai.
I always thought, they brought the engine size down to this 1.6 turbo, and we all suffered with it in terms of the noise was terrible at the start and so on, and it's still not as good as it could be or what we would like it to be. But you kind of think, why couldn't they have kept a V8? But I mean, maybe make it a more straightforward V8 and attached a hybrid to that, because in some supercars.
I've got an answer. I'll give you an answer. Unless Simon wants to give an answer. I got a brilliant answer. 2-word answer. Virtue signalling.
For the net zero and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, we're really environmentally friendly because 20 cars now have a very good engine that's very efficient. Quick, hide all of the trucks and aeroplanes we use, quick!
You could make a Monty Python sketch, certainly. It was of the whole thing.
We need to get the song We're Knights of the Round Table. Camelot, Camelot, Camelot. And he goes,
is that an African swallow?
African or European? Well, I used to have the record, the album of the soundtrack of the trailer of the film of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
It was funny, Jeffro, who streams, and you may remember Jeffro being in the chat now and again. He had that as one of his sort of things you could use as a thing for using points up when it comes up on his screen, like a little, not an emoji, but the thing is, John Cleese going, "You English piece, I blow raspberries at you," but he always got a copyright strike on it because it was released as a record, so he had to take that one off. That was my favourite one to always use.
All right. Oh, that's I was just checking that the sound is good on my side, but Helen had said that
from when you had
it's
when
you
share open.
Yeah, when you share the browser.
So maybe that was it. That's it.
So you still had the sound coming from the stream you're watching. I had it
so it's coming back with that. Oh, that's fine.
If you click on it and
don't put the audio
silence it with a little mute it, the next time
fine.
You do it, you won't get our voices.
All
it's all your fault, Hugh. Sort yourself out.
Oh.
We'll have to reprogram you.
We can't do anything about it.
No, that's the thing. So what do you think? I mean, the way F1 is going, it's kind of, they're still thinking about new tracks and all of that. Now, they haven't really said, to be fair, what they, in terms of like viewing figures. We've never really heard if viewing figures of Formula One is actually going up or is it going down? Because they've done an awful lot to try and get the younger generation to watch, but we've not really heard. Is it going up?
As far as I know, especially in America, it's still nothing like the figures they want from like NASCAR and things like that. But it's something like tripled in America, but it's tripled from like I can't remember people say 250,000 to 750,000. It's whatever it was. It was in another stream. Someone was saying that they're talking to somebody who knows these things, not me.
They may have gained a lot of young viewers, but I think they've lost a lot of our generation. I think I know people of my generation who don't watch it as what they used to. So
yeah. I think that's Abu Dhabi 2021 did that, didn't it? That's put a lot of people off after that day. That I think that was the last straw for it all. But it's a kind of thing. But
well, it's like I said. Was it last week? I said that basically they've got football supporters in now. You know, like the masses, the unwashed masses that come out with stupid statements like, "Oh, you're a hater, fanboy." To which I say,
and all the booing at podiums at certain times. You know,
that's not good.
How that's all sort of crept its way into Formula One. Obviously, it was the first time we had it with Vettel, didn't we? And then Rosberg, and then Lando, and I thought, I'm sure booing never used to be a thing.
Was it Mexico that Lando got booed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's
sure booing never used to be a thing.
Yeah.
I think stupid.
There was a lot of it wasn't quite booing, but when Hamilton won his first championship in 2008, it was you could tell that the Brazilians wanted Massa to win. But we'd won the race, but they'd wanted them to get the title, and it was so close, just by a few points in the end.
They didn't like that, did they?
No, it was not.
Well, they talk about Tifosi being passionate. I think the Brazilians can match them on that score, can't they?
He's desperate to be accepted by the Brazilians, isn't he? They're so desperate.
Oh,
I like Max's comment.
I really like Senna. He was my friend.
Max to win, and McLaren double finish, not finish, failure to finish. That the thing is, though, Verstappen looked very, very strong in Brazil. Well, you think a few more laps and that would have been it. He could have won that race. But you just think, could he do it again in Vegas? I mean, it's a really kind of high speed circuit, and McLaren's did pretty well last year, but it is still very close to call. And you kind of think, if Max is very good at getting qualifying right and getting everything out of that car, and if he gets on pole, you just wonder if he could do one of those races where he can just hold everyone off and manage it. It could be quite an exciting race because there's such long straights.
Yeah,
it could be quite. If he does lose his position, but he might be able to get it back.
See, the Williams might be quite good again because they've got the big long straights.
Yeah,
they don't need quite so much downforce. That it's a straight line speed. But isn't the Red Bull better with straight line speed as well? Kind of the main advantage of the McLarens is that they look after the tyres better over the whole race rather than Is that Simon? What do you think? Is that?
Yeah, it could be a thing, couldn't it? But that's what we discussed last time at Brazil, where Red Bull seemed to be better in the race than they were in qualifying, which hadn't been the case. Max had always been able to pull out qualifying laps from nowhere, but this time he couldn't. So I don't know whether they were trying to go the other way, whether they'll continue that with this race. It will be interesting to see.
Switch the tyres on, could they? Just couldn't switch the tyres on.
Yeah.
And it's really cold there, apparently. And according to Peter, I think it was Peter Windsor. It might have been Peter Windsor or the BBC radio thing, saying that it's the slippiest, the lowest grip track in the season.
I suppose it's all the dust because it's in the middle of the desert, isn't it? So dust and things like that.
All that cocaine from various places in Vegas, dusting the... Come on, it's Vegas. I mean, literally, this guy was saying, well... Wait, that's right. He's trying to attract
my soul. Sorry, I was going to put my Elvis sunglasses on tonight, but I didn't bother because I can't remember where I put them.
So, who do you think? Normally, the last few times they've been getting lots of famous people to get the checkered flag, to wave the checkered flag, and because it's in America. They're going to build it up a bit like they do probably in Miami. When Miami's quite funny because
it should be Anne Margaret really, as Elvis isn't here anymore. Elvis is co-star from Viva Las Vegas. Should be Anne Margaret. She's still about.
Julie Andrews. She was in Vegas a long time as well, wasn't she?
All right.
Yeah, she's got there's footage of her swearing like a trooper. It's like Mary Poppins.
Did somebody stand on her foot?
Come on, you can't do that. You can't have. Von Trapp family singers swearing like that. But no, she was like really upset with something, so she's effing and blinding. And I'm thinking, yeah, get her on it.
Sound of a effing music.
So your predictions then?
A
Predictions for
spoonful of
Vegas.
sugar
What do you
helps
think?
Lance
Predictions for
Stroll
Vegas.
go down.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Predictions?
Predictions for Vegas. Who's going to win? Who's going to be in the top three? Top three for Vegas.
I'm going for Piastri again. We've got to make this championship interesting. Let's go Piastri, Verstappen, Russell.
Interesting. What about you, Roo?
I think that Kimi's going to knock Piastri off again. So I think it's going to be Lando, followed by Verstappen and then Sainz. Because the Williams is going to be really fast in the straight line, and Carlos is like, I've had it. I've got to be winning again. Why did they sack me from blooming Ferrari? I should still be there. And
I'm sure he's glad he's not there.
Fourth is going to be it is Leclerc. Listen very carefully. I just said this only words. He's going to be fourth.
Interesting.
Maybe third. I don't know.
I'm going to go for Norris first, Verstappen second, and Hamilton third. It's going to be.
I mean, oh yeah. He'll have all his mates, his rapping mates there. You know, the ones who all kind of, hello, I is like Lewis Hamilton's friend in it. Or whatever. I don't know. The Americans rap. It's just, oh, God.
The one that when Martin does his grid walk, he bumps into them and
and they've got all these bodies.
Can I have a word? No, you're not allowed. You're not allowed. Well, this is, I'm in charge here.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember when what's his name? Little poison dwarf billionaire. What's his name? I was saying it earlier.
Bernie.
Bernie. When Bernie was there, and you'd get like, Taylor Swift or somebody else, or somebody who really thought they were quite important, and they'd come up and go, "No, I'm not talking to you." You'd see him in the background going, and they go, "Actually, I will." It's like, God, that guy's scary. So scary. You're very dark.
Well, he'd drag Martin over to certain people, wouldn't he? Oh, it's a sheik from Saudi Arabia. Could you come and speak to him for us? I was like, what, who?
Where the money was, and it was quite interesting. But no, I think the Ferraris might just do something. If they go for a kind of low downforce setup, I just wonder if they can maybe pull something off, and hopefully Hamilton gets a good race. Our
chief female watcherator,
says
Norris, Verstappen, Antonelli. She knows things. This woman.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. She's Welsh as well. How she gets away with this?
And if Norris won and Verstappen was second and Antonelli third, you got to wonder, Piastri's hopes of a title would be almost, because he'd be over.
Oh, he's gone. His head's exploded. God knows what's going on there.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's obviously what was it? What was it that? His spinach has worn off. He ate a can of spinach earlier in the thing, and it's
You got a cheap version. You got a Heron Foods version. That with no.
How they get bristle and bone in a can of spinach, only they know.
No, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I still think, look, Verstappen's still finishing well. If Norris finishes well, then it's going to be even closer, because it's almost like if Verstappen beats Piastri, it's really going to be between Verstappen and Norris. I mean, it could still be in there. I'm trying to think of the exact points table, how much we've got in it between. I think it's about 36 points between Verstappen and Norris. Yeah, 24 points between Piastri and Norris, but Verstappen is only about 36 points behind. It's not massive.
Yeah.
So
he's really caught up, hasn't he? So Max here, our Max.
Yep.
Who may or may not be mad, but Maximilian. He says Max to win, McLaren double DNF.
Yeah.
Are you a fan, Max? Is Max a Max fan? Do you think? Are you?
I think quite possibly. But no, it's come from a year which has been very dominant for McLaren, but then Max has done so well to keep up there, even when the car was really terrible, really struggling. And then now it comes into this final few races, and it's all to play for. And one bad finish by either Piastri or Norris, and Max could take it, isn't it? It's a real kind of, and then he would get 5. That would be him with 5 championships. And it's you're going to kind of think it's so fast now for people to get 5 titles. And and before it took people a long. They wouldn't just get it year after year, wouldn't it? It was a real struggle to kind of get championships. And you kind of think, what we've talked before about Senna, he won 3, but you kind of think if he had done better in 94, he probably would have been the title. Or it would have been. It would either have been Schumacher or Senna to have got that. I think overall. And you kind of think how many more.
Because you've got reliability. There's hardly any breakdowns now. Back in the day, it was mixed up by
half
the
pure Grand Prix
unreliability. No matter how well you drove, you might be at the front like Hakkinen and Coulthard were at that time, and then boop, the final lap, and it's okay. All sorts of stuff happened like that.
Yeah,
we're just going to go to a commercial break now, and you join us back. Both McLarens are out.
Yeah, they were so bad. It was ITV, and they used to have the brakes. That was so bad because they had to fit about 4 or 5 of them in, didn't they, throughout the race? And it was.
Well, they did it for the first couple of years, weren't it? And then they stopped doing it during the race.
Well, they had so many complaints. I mean, it's like
it was when Alonso and Schumacher were fighting as well, weren't it?
Yes, and Schumacher then blew. Literally, as they went to the advert break, you saw this cloud of smoke, and then the advert came on. And then and then they came back with Murray Walker saying, "You're not going to believe this, but Schumacher's out."
That was great.
And,
none of you saw it, but it was great. It's like they don't seem to. We need to send them like a nice, simple dictionary. Coverage. Learn this word. It doesn't mean not coverage.
I'd always be interested to know how Murray would commentate over this sort of type of coverage we get these days. Looking at all the girlfriends, he'll be going, "Oh, I need to add that to my notes. What's their name?"
It's another 10 minutes staring at somebody in the pits. There's some brilliant.
I don't know who is the director. Please get back to the racing. Because him and James would complain about it sometimes, wouldn't they? They'd go, "Sorry, we are not the directors. We don't control. We're the director. Please get back to the racing."
Well, Brundle used to do the same, didn't he? He goes, "Okay, Mr. Director, we need to see that." Stuff like he's very polite about it, but it was definitely. We're not commentating on the audience.
I'm sure it's very good if they're in Japan or somewhere looking at Katayama or Sato, and they're like in 16th. It's like, I'm sure it's very good for the local crowd seeing their local hero. But we would really like to see the battle that's going on for lead at the moment, Mr. Director.
Well, to be fair, when they had like the likes of Shinya Nakano and Katayama and Smash 'em Up Sato, it usually something fun to watch, a bit like a Fail Army style.
Or Takagi when you get run over by the safety car or whatever the hell it was, Hungary.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was the fire marshal's car or whoever.
Wasn't it sort of their hobby to be at the back and take off the leader as they were being lapped? It's kind of like a thing they did, wasn't it? So, car, boom! Oh, I didn't see that. Who was
sponsors.
It? Oh, Schumacher.
Yeah. It's there's the footwork with all their sponsors. Yeah, there we go. And
yeah, I've got something for you. This time I will keep the sound. Well, I keep the sound off then. Yeah, hang on.
Only on the bit where we're on.
Sato's 2 times Indy 500 winner. Yes. Yeah. It's not often they do it the other way, though. 2 times. Oh, what we got? Well, you can leave that sound on. You just need to turn the sound of your stream window off, if that makes any sense to you. Never mind. We can't do anything about it. We can't do anything about it, can we, Simon?
I remember watching this.
Hey!
I was like, yes!
Way!
I honestly thought that was it. I thought Berger was going to take him out there when he slid.
There you go.
And bearing in mind, he'd injured his ankle and he had a bit of salmonella poisoning as well that weekend.
And there was no DRS.
No DRS, exactly.
No DRS. And look, he's
wheel to wheel.
How? How?
Almost
How can
touching.
they
And they're both
do
looking at
that?
each other. That's what gets me. They're both looking at each other.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I mean, that was the most incredible thing. That's what it was
Fancy a
like.
pint later.
It's kind of mad, isn't it? Kind of mad how that all happens. But yeah, they do miss an awful lot, or they're down here. They're back in it at the moment. They'll show you a battle between 14th and 15th, or something like that, when like there's kind of crucial things going on in the top 5, and they keep having to say, look, I know they want to cover the whole field, but sometimes it is a bit. And then that's the other thing. They look to somebody in the crowd who then cheers when they see that they're on TV.
They think it's an American football or American basketball game. Kiss cam, get lost.
Just
go away.
Max says, to be fair, Sato is a 2-time Indy 500 winner. Yes, but there's awful at Formula One.
There's quite a few that have gone from Formula One and won over there, which is, as we were discussing last week, it's more pot luck because only the last 10 laps really count.
Yep.
Yeah, Grosjean's done. I don't know. Has Grosjean won any races in IndyCar? I know he's had a few. I think he's had a few podiums, possibly.
Yeah, I don't think he's won anything because he's retired from that now, isn't he?
Has he? Yeah. He did have another go in a Mercedes, did he not? Or he was going to. I'm sure that's read a thing about he was going to have another go.
They put him in one as a sort of a treat. It's like happy birthday, have a go in this.
Yeah. And watch the barriers.
He's not coming back. He was never good enough.
Oh yeah. No. He was just going to get a run.
He was
going to get a driving one. That. Well, we've seen some quite interesting things tonight. With we've had Stroll winning the Vegas Grand Prix, and that would certainly be the odds of Vegas odds on that one. Certainly, it would have to be quite incredible.
I think you get a wig, walk around a bit, looking a bit sulky, and then pretend that you're him, and maybe his dad will go, "Oh, I like you. You can be my son," and they'll put you in the car.
Because he's been there a long time now, hasn't he? Stroll's been in Aston Martin for a good while, good number of years. And I wonder how many other talents could have been.
Soon, I guess he'll be like,
must be 10 years. It must be at least a fair number of years.
Take that.
Well, it's Williams first, then Racing Point, and then obviously to
Aston
Martin. Then replaced by Latifi. Huge talent. Latifi.
He shall go down in folklore.
I'm almost keen to do another race to try do the same one from Vegas, but this time do it from who would be a back marker? Who would be behind Stroll? Would it be
Damon Hill?
Would it be the Saubers? Would they be further back? I don't know if they'd be any.
Well, I don't know because it's mixed up.
All the Alpines
at
the moment.
Yeah, but they've got a little bit better, haven't they? Because they've got some new people in that know what they're doing. So they're a little bit better.
Took ages to sort that out. They had someone decent. That Oscar, I can't pronounce his name. Is Oscar Shafanawanawi. He knew what he was doing, but he wasn't allowed to do his job, was he? So
because Renault were good when they were strong. I know they've got Alpine, the car brand that they're trying to push, of which they've only got 2 cars. But I think the Alpine Coupe, the petrol one, I think they might stop making that now. So it's going to be a
superb car, wonderful.
Yeah, I mean that's an amazing machine. Probably one of the few cars that you can get nowadays that's actually really good fun to drive and decent. But now they've got the Renault 5 Alpine, which is the electric car, which they've made a kind of Alpine version of that. I'm not sure what else is coming, but I kind of thought Renault was probably better advertising Renault because they need to shift Renaults. Not kind of they're going to shift a lot more Renaults than they are.
Renault, the company, are doing what Honda keep doing, and they don't want to make engines anymore because they're rubbish at it and it costs too much. So that's why next year it's going to be Alpina Mercedes.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
You just rebrand it as Dacia. That'd be much better. Dacia F1. You know. That would be. Oh, it's all for they could grow their Eastern European market or the kind of.
To be fair, Dacia might do a better
market.
job.
Yeah, cut the costs.
My favourite one of the Renault team principals was Abiteboul, because that's a really good French name. That is. Remember him? Philippe Abiteboul. I can't remember what his first name was. He had a big nose. He had a proper French nose, didn't he?
Eric Boulier.
Jean Bernard? Was it Jean Bernard? Or was he... That
Well, it's great. The wonderful thing about the French people when they're proper French people when they're doing the interviews is that basically just go biff. That's it. Biff.
yeah. Since Leclerc's come back,
In
at
the
least we've got some
malware.
French drivers, isn't it? Gasly and Leclerc. Because for a while we didn't have any French drivers for a long time.
Will you stop doing that?
What?
He's not French.
Well, oh, sorry, like he's from Monegasque.
Twice now. Get him, Simon. Sort him out.
Or Rouge.
You know. Okay.
Baguette. All right. So, do we want to lose that stupid Tesco's car park they use for the French Grand Prix at the moment
We haven't used
and
it for
go
a while,
back to
actually.
Manicourt? That was great. That
Well, they
hairpin at the end.
That got
Great
dropped
place to-
anyway. We haven't been in France for a couple of years, have we?
Yeah.
Haven't we? I couldn't
Yeah.
tell. Every time I go to Tesco car park, I'll get flashbacks thinking F1 cars are going to run me over.
Mm.
It's terrible. I mean,
Back
what
to
the hell is
Magny-Court.
that?
But even Magny-Court's layout's been changed now, isn't it? It's not like it was.
This is
I think so. In some sort of way. I think that's changed it slightly.
May as well just have it at Knockhill and Fife. That would be all right. That'd be the
Oh, imagine that. Oh,
you know, down
you
Dingley
think
Dale.
Brazil's got a hill?
You know.
Imagine
think
them
of
cars going over that, when the
Yeah.
touring cars go over it, like when they nearly go over on the side when Ash Sutton did this year. Imagine F1 cars doing that.
Yeah. It
Wouldn't
would take about
last many
30
laps.
seconds to get round, I think, because
And
that's
they
going to
mess
have.
that corner up, and they always end up, like they mess up the beginning, and then they end up on the grass.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
stop.
quite a thing. Quite a thing. Well, we've been going for nearly an hour, and I think we made a bit of sense tonight in terms of who's been who we think is going to win.
Well,
And
Simon did.
our
You did.
unanimous love of the
Well, we assume we've been talking to Hugh because we haven't seen him tonight, but we
We
assume
don't
it's
know
him.
what he looks
Hang
like.
on.
Oh,
Oh,
He's doing. You know what he's doing?
oh,
He's doing
oh,
those things
yeah.
where they put their hand in
Hey.
front,
Oh, there it is.
and when it comes
Hang on.
back, they're naked. That's what he's going. And it's going to have no clothes on,
there we
or
go.
his
There he
makeup
is.
on, or something.
A late
wrong.
special guest appearance.
There we
Look,
go.
he's got his name. Switch it on.
Yep.
That's new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too bright.
Yeah, can't see anything.
There you are.
Hugh Hatrick.
Now says.
Is that still? There you go.
He is. Look, it's Jimmy Clark.
There we
That
are.
would be amazing if we did like we got rich and
A
we
seance?
could do.
You know,
Well, when you talked
What
about Jimmy,
table's moving?
I thought when you talked about Jimmy Clark, I thought you want to do a seance or something and talk to Jimmy Clark.
No, I was thinking of the Jim Clark events, up in
Yeah.
Duns.
oh,
But
yeah, there's some really good
Andrew
ones. Really
Dixon
good
said
ones.
that.
Yeah, I do
Well,
want to get
so
out to
just
the
thought-
museum up there. Yeah.
we get really quite rich, or just one of us get really quite rich and pay for the rest of us. Go for it. And we go to the Festival of Speed,
Yeah.
the
we'd have to
Goodwood
do that.
Revival,
Yeah.
British Grand Prix, and up to that museum. And we also go
Yeah.
around Bewley, like I did when I was a
Yes.
kid. I want to go back to Bewley. That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's some good. There's some really good
Dribble
bits.
all over the Bluebird again. Is it still there?
And I'd like
they
to
had
go
a
to
display, they had
Dortmund for the
Two
Sim
Bluebirds.
Racing
No,
Expo.
they had Bluebird, a Sunbeam, then they had the Golden Arrow and another Sunbeam. Like in a line, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no, they are pretty decent, to be fair. Well, on that note, we will call it. We've had just about an hour's worth of the F1 and Motorsport show. But thank you to everyone who's been watching or listening on the podcast. Feel free to make a comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you very much to Simon, Jerry, NCF1, and to
Thank you.
Roo. Where would we be without you, Roo? That it is indeed
Probably
good to have you both on.
you wouldn't need aspirin or other kind of headache medicine.
It's always good to have you on board. And we will be back again next week to discuss the
You do
results.
the double rimmer.
We're all Red Dwarf fans. Maybe we'll have to do the outro of the Red Dwarf music at some point.
Oh, that'd be great.
Maybe I can. Maybe I can.
Do.
Okay, okay. We will, just for you, just for all the Red Dwarf fans who might be watching. Let's have a...
May I remind you of Space Command issue number
Space Call Directive
160.
What? You can't ride a donkey in zero.
I really don't think that's important at this time, sir.
2 seconds.
We put our jet boots on and we scoot out of it.
I think we should go to red alert. Sir. Are you sure, sir? It does mean changing the bulb.
Changing the light bulb. Do you remember that one where he's had a crash and he puts his eye on his hand? And it shows him rebooting the Crapola Inc. robots, you know. And it goes through like 50 different colours of status. Mauve, status, slightly red. All this little stuff. Mostly
do I need to share the music then? I'll need to share the music. Do I need to share the music, the audio?
Do you want to get a... Will you get a copyright strike? You know, bloody places like... So which one? Is this the... Oh.
Well, that's the old one.
Season 1, you see. You need it from season 2 or 3.
Hang on.
Next one down.
Is it music?
No, in the list. Look at the next one down. Oh.
I know. That was the other one. Hang on.
Not the boo. Go back. That one.
This one?
Yes.
Hold on.
Maybe not that.
I thought it was.
Song.
Ah, you are.
Mango juice, goldfish shows, nipping up the toes. Smoke me a kipper. Back for breakfast. Riviera aquí. Was Ainsley Harriott chef in the Nemo Harry suit?
On that note, there we go.
But it was Kaczynski. I don't care what anybody says.
There we go. Well, it's away.
Christine Kaczynski was Claire Grogan of Gregor's Guddle.
That's
it.
And Altered Images.
And Father Ted.
She on Father Ted as well.
She certainly was.
She
made a guest appearance. She played like a sort of women's rights pop star. And...
Oh yeah. Is that the one who fell in love with Father Ted?
No, that was the author. This is the one she plays the one where she comes and wants to buy the house. And,
right, yep, on Craig Island.
So then, and eventually, she takes Mrs. Doyle out for dinner and leaves the two to fend for themselves. And they're like, "We just want a cup of tea," and they're setting fire to the kitchen and everything.
It's quite funny. Well, on that note, we will leave you all for another week. But thank you very much for watching and listening. Imagine that it's actually called the F1 and Motorsport Show. But enjoy the Vegas Grand Prix this weekend. It's at 4 o'clock in the morning if you're watching from Great Britain. But we will see you all next week. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye just now.